Hello, my name is Mark Cavanaugh, and by request I've been asked to put together a brief little video about our 3D printed PPE face shields, essentially these two pieces here, and how do we put these together, and then how do we attach the clear plastic face shield to make the full PPE. So this video is going to go step by step through the process from turning this into the finished product. The first part of our project is first we put together these two pieces. Now we have printed this face shield in two pieces because of the limited size of the print tray of the 3D printers that we have on hand. Had we had access to larger 3D printers, we could print this all as one piece. But being innovative the way we are, we have two pieces, and this first part is going to show you how to attach these two pieces using zip ties. Okay, what we have here is the two 3D printed pieces here, and we have three small zip ties. And the engineering of these particular 3D prints is that there are holes that exist along the bottom frame here that match up with the holes on the other side. So we are going to be placing the zip ties through those holes, making a connection from this side to the next side. So you put them together. Make sure that your zip tie is formatted so that the actual zip tie will go through and it will lock in place there. You have to experiment with that, but usually it comes with a little bit of a lift right there. It's bent up a little bit to show you that that goes around that way. So I usually start with the middle one and I put it through here, and you'll see that it's now connecting these two pieces here. And let's zoom in a little bit. So we have these two pieces with the zip tie going through them, and then we fasten the zip tie, and right now those pieces are connected right there. Now to make this extremely secure, we do two more. And we'll see that right now the two pieces are securely fastened to each other with three zip ties. The indents on the top of these right here allow for the zip ties to sit there. And then if you have a handy dandy little clipper like this is a pair of snippers here. You go ahead and you cut off the extensions of each one of these. They usually fly away. Look at that. That went right across the room. You have to clean up after. That's probably the funnest part of this whole thing. And so there we have our shield put together with the three zip ties. So now this is ready for us to be able to attach. We'll turn it over. And this is where we'll attach the plastic shield that protects our workers. Now that we've finished constructing the actual shield here, the frame, this is a plastic sheet. This is 10 mil plastic sheeting, pretty heavy duty stuff. And we're going to talk about how do we attach this to the front of the actual frame, and how do we then attach the ribbons that we're going to be using to then attach this around somebody's head. So look at the parts that we need and the procedure that we use to put this all together. Okay, for the next phase in this, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this plastic sheet here, which actually is the protective part of our device here, and we're going to be attaching it to the front of this frame that we've created. I have a 3-hole punch to be able to punch holes inside of the plastic sheet. I have 6 metal brads. I would suggest, these are pretty long, I would suggest getting shorter ones so that they're easier to install. And we have our plastic sheet, and we're going to be using this little piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to create a template for your so that you can, rather than holding this up to the frame in order to make the holes, you can actually demark the holes using this template. So let me demonstrate that right now. We'll set this all aside, and now we're looking at a blank piece of paper, approximately the same dimensions as the plastic sheet that we have. Now if we take our frame and we place it on, and what you'll see here is we want the plastic sheet to go slightly above, it's a little disorienting, we want to go slightly above the sheet, not right on the edge. We want it to go above like that, so there's some protection up there. So I'm going to be aligning this. So we have our, so here's the top edge of the paper, and here's the PPE. And you notice that it kind of rocks a little bit here, and I'm going to try and do this really effectively. I have a Sharpie that actually goes like that. This is a valuable piece of information here, a valuable tool here, getting a Sharpie. So we're going to make markings on this sheet of paper going across like that. You're not seeing the inside of this, but looking at the inside here, I'm going to be making marks through these holes all the way around, and they'll appear on the piece of paper. So I'll put that where I want it. Make sure that it's going right across evenly. So there's a mark, and then I'm going to mark there and there, rock back, and mark there, and there, and there. And as I remove this, what you're going to see is I've created a template that has these markings right there that are where those holes are. Now this is going to be useful because I can then take my plastic sheet that's clear, and I can put them, maybe give myself some even more space here, and I can take the same marker, and now I'm making markations on the plastic sheet. So now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but the plastic sheet has those holes on them. And I can save this right here. I can save this every time I need to make a plastic sheet. I can make the marks on this. So at this point, I'm going to take this plastic sheet, and I'm going to use my 3-hole punch. Now this is pretty rugged material here. This is very thick plastic here. So we'll see how well these holes come about here. And line them right up in the middle of that, and there, and there, and there. That one's a little off. That was actually more difficult to do than I thought. So now you'll see that my plastic sheet has holes in them, little holes. I hope this worked out well. Maybe there's some trial and error. So I'm going to back out a little bit here in the video, and now what I want to do is I want to take the finished product here, and I want to attach it. I'm going to attach this right here using the metal brads. Okay, the metal brads are going to go through the holes into the actual, you see them coming through the other side over there. And on the other side, we can then separate out the two pieces here. And you'll see that now the face shield is attached. See, I'm not holding on to it. It's attached with that one metal brad. So I'll go through attaching the rest of them. You'll see that this is, again, having the smaller brads is going to be a really important part in this. And I'm going to force these around and bend them smaller. I'll take this piece. Maybe I'll fast forward this part of the video. A little bit of time consuming here, but with the longer brads, I've actually kind of twisted them around a little bit. Let me see if I can get this done here, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. You see here what I've done is I've sort of squinched them in there a little bit. But there we have it. We have this on the outside. It looks elegant. You know, here we have our face shield attached with the metal brads going across, and there's our, you know, pretty much completed PPE. The last part here will be attaching these ribbons and using, if you have available, the this little piece right here, which enables you to tie the ribbons to the back of your head. So that's the next piece I'll look at. So that's how you attach the face shield using metal brads to the 3D printed frame. Okay, for this next part of the construction process, what we want to do is create two lengths of ribbon. People have been using all kinds of things, sometimes elastics that they can just attach to both ends, but I'm gonna show this particular way of using two of these pieces. People have also been using the kind of stretchy tape that we use to mark trails, like that orange tape, and doing that and tying it to the back of their heads. So I'm going to cut two fairly decent lengths of this particular ribbon. Give myself ample space. Make sure approximately the same length here by doubling them over. Okay, what we have here is now the finished product. We have the face shield. We have, it's attached to the 3D printed frame with metal brads. We have the 2 ribbons and the little attachment for the ribbons. You put this around your head and you pull tight on those ribbons. Maybe get someone to help you with this. That's perfectly okay to you know, kind of firm and attach it. And that's how you wear the 3D printed face shield. Now this thing, depending on the quality of plastic, this is, we can wash these, we can disinfect these. They can be replaced, and this part you can reuse over and over. So this is what we've been producing, and I hope this video has been helpful on both putting our 3D printed pieces together and how we actually attach the face shield. So there it is. Have a great day.